Hola clase y bienvenidos otra vez. Hoy vamos a hablar sobre los mandatos familiares. Okay, so familiar commands in Spanish. We all know that in English and in Spanish, we use commands in order to tell someone what to do. Okay, today we're going to be talking about two-form commands, and we would use the two-form commands to tell a friend or a family member or someone we're on a first-name basis with what to do. Okay, so how do we form a two-form command? First, you must go to the two-form present tense of the verb and then drop the S. Okay, so on your note guides, on formation, under the affirmative side, because we're only talking about affirmative two-form commands today in this flipped video, I want you to write down the steps. Step 1, go to the two-form of the verb, present tense, and then drop the S. Let's look at a few examples. It might be helpful to write these down under that column. Okay, let's look at the verb hablar. Hablar means to speak or to talk. Okay, so we first want to go to the two-form, hablas, and then we're going to want to drop our S. So hablar in the two-form command is habla. Okay, let's do an ER verb. Let's look at the verb comer. Comer means to eat. Okay, step 1, let's go to the two-form present tense. We have comes, and then we want to drop our S. So comer will become come. Okay, now that we've gone over formation of regular two-form commands, let's look at these 5 example questions. I've provided you with the verbs. Some are AR, some are ER, some are IRs, and in fact some of them, even number 4, have a stem change. Okay, so please pause me, work through these, and then we'll check our answers. Okay, repasemos. Wash the dishes, lava. Number 2, clean the house, limpia. 3, sweep the floor, barre. 4, serve the food, sirve. If you had down serve, S-E-R, you forgot the stem change. Servir is an E to I stem changer. And number 5, escribe. Okay, let's talk about the irregular two-form commands. You see under the affirmative column that you have a place to write the 8 irregulars for affirmative commands. Okay, the first verb, decir. To tell someone, hey, say or tell, di. Number 2, hacer. If I want to say, do your homework, haz la tarea. 3, ser, to be. If I want to tell you to be honest, sé honesto. 4, go. Go to the store, ve a la tienda. 5, venir, to come. If I want to tell you, hey, come here, ven aquí, ven acá. 6, tener, to have. It is ten. Very common with the tener idioms, like be careful, ten cuidado. 7, poner. If I want to tell you to set the table, pon la mesa. And lastly, number 8, salir, leave or go out. If I wanted to tell you to leave the kitchen, sal de la cocina. Okay, we talked about in class a good way to remember these 8 irregulars, and that's by memorizing this little phrase. Dee has 17 ponies in her salon. You can see that I've purposely made some spelling errors. Okay, and that 17, all 4 of these are smashed into there. And yes, I know, it's spelled 710. Okay, now let's talk about pronoun placement. Anytime you have an affirmative command, whether it's a to command, an usted command, or an ustedes command, if it's affirmative, you must attach the direct object pronoun or the indirect object pronoun, okay, or the reflexive pronoun. So all pronouns must be attached. Let's look at a few examples. Here's a command, lava los platos, wash the dishes. If I instead wanted to tell you, wash them, okay, I would need to change los platos, the dishes, to them. By making it a dop, the dop would be los. So wash them, lávalos. Sweep the floor, barre el suelo. If I instead wanted to say, sweep it, I would change the floor, el suelo, to it. The dop would be lo. So sweep it would become barrelo. Notice that both of these commands where I attached a pronoun, thus essentially attaching another syllable, I did have to pick up an accent. Okay, so our rule here says when a pronoun is attached to an affirmative command of 2 syllables or more, the stressed vowel carries an accent. Okay, let's practice a little more with making direct objects and direct object pronouns and then attaching them to our commands. Our directions here say, rewrite these commands, replacing the direct object with a dop. So number 1, serve the cake. I want to say serve it, so it becomes sírvelo. Accent on the I, that is your stressed vowel. Remember that many times, this is not 100% of the time, but many times that stressed vowel will be the third one back. 1, 2, 3. Okay, as I told you guys in class, that's about a 95% of the time rule. Okay, please pause me and work through questions 2 through 6. Okay, let's go over our answers. Number 2, take out the trash. If I want to say, hey, take it out, sácala. Notice your accent, third vowel back. Number 3, if I want to say, hey, mow it, córtalo. Again, your accent is the third vowel back. 4, make the food, hey, make it, prepárala. Accent on the third vowel from the end. 5, look for them, búscalos. Again, third vowel from the end. And lastly, set the table. If I want to say, hey, set it, ponla. Notice there is no accent needed here. And the reason for that is, I'm going to go back here. Remember that an accent is only necessary when you are attaching to a command of 2 syllables or more. Pon is only 1 syllable, thus no accent is needed. Okay, that is a review of your affirmative 2-form commands. Please write down any questions you have and we'll discuss them before the mini quiz. Muchas gracias y